Japan's triple threat. Japan sits in one of the most volatile neighborhoods on Earth. To the west, China grows more assertive over Taiwan and the East China Sea, frequently sending ships and aircraft near Japanese waters. To the north, Russia continues to dispute ownership of the Kuril Islands, and its aggression has only increased since the invasion of Ukraine. And on the Korean peninsula, North Korea routinely tests ballistic missiles that fly over Japanese airspace, triggering alarms across Tokyo. Japan doesn't have the luxury of ignoring these threats anymore. For decades, Japan's Self-Defense Forces, JSDF, maintained a strictly defensive posture, but those days are over. With 200,000 active troops, nearly 1,500 aircraft, and one of the largest naval fleets in East Asia, Japan is rapidly shifting toward a proactive military stance, and new technology is leading the charge. The Railgun Revolution. The crown jewel of Japan's modernization might be its electromagnetic railgun, a weapon that was, until recently, considered the stuff of science fiction. According to Naval News, this futuristic artillery system has been spotted aboard the JS Asuka, an experimental Japanese warship. Instead of gunpowder, the railgun uses massive electrical currents to launch solid projectiles at over Mach 6.5, 6.5 times the speed of sound. This makes it not only incredibly lethal, but also much safer than traditional naval guns, since it removes the need for onboard explosive shells. And it can hit targets more than 100 miles away. Japan is now the only country besides the US to have successfully tested a working naval railgun, but even the US Navy canceled its program in 2021 due to technical setbacks. Japan's success where America stumbled has stunned defense analysts around the world. So how does it work, and why is it such a big deal? The railgun uses two parallel conductive rails and a sliding armature. When electricity is run through the system, it creates a powerful magnetic field that accelerates a projectile, essentially a metal slug, down the barrel at hypersonic speeds. That projectile doesn't carry any explosives. Its destructive power comes entirely from kinetic energy. When it hits a target, it delivers an impact so devastating it can disable ships, aircraft, or even missile warheads. According to analysts like Brian Clark of the Hudson Institute, the one downside is the limited barrel life. The gun needs replacement after just a couple dozen shots. But its upsides are game-changing. Japan has successfully taken this experimental tech and put it on a warship, meaning they can now defend or strike with unprecedented speed and precision, all without relying on imported explosive munitions. Hypersonic breakthroughs. Japan isn't just revolutionizing naval warfare, they're changing the game in missile technology too. Earlier this year, Japan conducted a series of hypersonic missile tests in the US, as reported by Defense News. These tests confirmed the success of the hypervelocity gliding projectile, HVGP, a missile that travels at over Mach 5 and is capable of maneuvering through the atmosphere to avoid interception. The early production model, Block 1, already has a range of 500 to 1,000 kilometers, and a more advanced Block 2 version is in the works. These weapons aren't just fast, they're smart. With onboard gliding vehicles that can evade air defense systems, they represent a serious threat to enemy ships, bases, and command centers, especially in China and North Korea. Supercharged missile arsenal. And Japan's missile arsenal is expanding fast, both domestically and through foreign acquisitions. The Type 12 missile, originally an anti-ship system with a limited range of 200 kilometers, has been upgraded to strike targets up to 1,200 kilometers away, enough to hit deep into continental China or North Korea. It's now equipped with stealth features and GPS-guided precision. Meanwhile, Japan is acquiring Tomahawk cruise missiles from the US with a range exceeding 1,600 kilometers and long-range air-to-air missiles from Norway. The goal? Full-spectrum reach from sea to land to air. With these new systems, Japan can launch preemptive counterstrikes if threatened, effectively giving Tokyo a powerful deterrent capability that was unthinkable just a decade ago. Kyushu, the forward defense line. All these missiles have to go somewhere, and Japan has chosen Kyushu as the tip of the spear. Located in the southwest of Japan's main islands, Kyushu is strategically vital. It's close to Taiwan, the East China Sea, and South Korea, making it the perfect location to counteract regional threats. Japan plans to deploy its upgraded Type 12 missiles to bases in Yufu Oita Prefecture and Kumamoto City, placing much of China and North Korea's coastline within reach. Notably, Okinawa was excluded from deployment to avoid further inflaming tensions with Beijing. Still, the message is clear. If Chinese or North Korean ships enter Japanese-controlled waters, these long-range missiles are now ready to engage. Why this is happening now? This isn't just about hardware, it's about survival and status. Japan is watching the Indo-Pacific region transform. China's naval expansion, North Korea's missile provocations, and Russia's growing belligerence are all forcing Tokyo to act. Japan's constitution may still technically forbid offensive military action, but its interpretation is evolving fast. The government is now focusing on deterrence through readiness, and this includes high-tech force multipliers like railguns, hypersonics, and cruise missiles. With support from the US and NATO allies, Japan is also aiming to become more self-reliant, less dependent on foreign tech, and more capable of defending not just itself but regional partners, investing in innovation. For the first time, Japan's national R&D budget includes military tech. This is a massive shift. It means homegrown missile systems, stealth drones, AI targeting software, and electromagnetic defense tech will all be developed with government funding. The Ministry of Defense plans to double its investment in dual-use technologies by 2026, supporting partnerships with private tech companies and universities. Japan is also building joint command centers, upgrading airports and seaports for military use, and enhancing its cyber resilience, all to ensure a seamless, full-spectrum defense capability. What it all means. With its railguns online, its missiles deployed, and its defense industry accelerating, Japan is telling the world, we are ready. No longer the quiet observer in the Indo-Pacific, Japan is positioning itself as a regional deterrent power, capable of standing toe-to-toe with its adversaries. Whether it's neutralizing North Korean missile launches, blocking Chinese naval aggression, or countering Russian intimidation in the north, Japan now has the tools and the political will to act. So what does all this mean for the region? Is Japan's rise a stabilizing force or the beginning of a new arms race in Asia? Let us know in the comments below. Do you think Japan's railgun is the future of naval warfare? Should Tokyo go even further in building out its defense? Be sure to subscribe to Battle Line Briefings for more deep dive breakdowns like this one, and hit the bell so you never miss an upload. Until next time, stay sharp, stay informed.